Hi everyone, Amber Auger here, and we are covering Quick Chats UOR 2020. Today I have my friends over at Cetylite available, and I'm so excited to be chatting with Kathy and the Angie Stone. Kathy, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the audience who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Hi, thanks, Amber. I'm Kathy Perini. I work for Cetylite, and I'm the marketing and sales manager for the dental division.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. And Angie, I'll toss the virtual mic right over to you. Tell us who you are. If people don't know you, I'd be shocked. But let's dive into your background.
Well, thanks, Amber, and thanks, Kathy. My name is Angie Stone, and I'm a dental hygienist, international speaker, Amazon bestselling author, and clinician. Take care of dependent adults wherever they live, and I'm coming to you today from Edgerton, Wisconsin, the center of the universe.
Well, thank you for joining. I'm so excited to do a deep dive into the technology, specifically the Cetacaine technology and the Cetylite. So, Kathy, Cetacaine has been a popular prescription topical anesthetic for many years. What is the science behind Cetacaine liquid that dental hygienists should know?
Sure, Amber. So you're right. It certainly has had the test of time. It's been around for quite a long time. And it is a prescription topical, as you mentioned, and its claim to fame has been its long duration. And it also has a fast onset. But what's unique and different about Cetacaine is that it's with three topical anesthetics. It's compounded so that those three unique anesthetics work in unison in order to extend the duration that goes from 30 to 60 minutes. So it's also made right here in the USA, in our facility right here in New Jersey, FDA inspected facility. So it's very precise and calibrated.
I use it chairside often when I have a localized scaling and the patient is very nervous, and I find it is absolutely fantastic. In addition to that, I find that the application is very easy, where there's not overflow of the product from the pocket, so I'm not slipping around. I think the worst thing that we can do as hygienists is try to get a fulcrum and we slip with our scalers, and it's a nightmare. So I've loved the product. Angie, tell us about what you have discovered implementing the Cetacaine liquid and what makes the difference in your hygiene appointments.
Well, I came across Cetacaine many years ago, actually. As you guys have said, it's been around a long time. And I think oftentimes when we think Cetacaine, we think of the spray bottle, right? And that's really great for like numbing the sides of the tongue for x-rays. And I mean, that's been around a long time. There you go, Kathy. That's what I think a lot of us think of, right? But really for a hygiene application, for a clinical application, I found out about the anesthetic at a trade show. And I was so excited because the product that I had been using, one of the things about the other subgingival anesthetics is that I would waste a lot, right? It's like if I had one or two pockets that I wanted, to treat, and it was going to be uncomfortable for my patient, I had to break out this thing and then throw a lot of it away. And what doctor wants you to be throwing stuff away, right? So that was one of the best things that I found about Cetylite is that I can draw out of the bottle, and I have a little bottle here that you can see. It's really cool. It has a syringe that we can put on the top of the bottle and then screw it on. And when you turn it upside down, you can just draw out as much liquid as you want, right? And how magical is that? If I only have to anesthetize two pockets, that's awesome. I can draw out a drop and then put that down into the pocket subgingivally, obviously. And then the next thing that I noticed was that the anesthesia came on like quick, and so when we're using needle anesthetic, we have to wait, particularly for a block. And so the onset of the Cetylite is like 30 seconds. And so it really can enhance your time spent at the chair. And so you can get to it. And then also not having to have the patient get traditionally numbed up, right? So you bring out that the needle, right? Everybody's like watching for you to bring out. And even though it's a short, they're thinking it's like, this long. And so not having to do that and just like putting that subgingival anesthetic right where I want it, it gets going, it's numb, like almost instantaneously. And then like Kathy was alluding to, the length of time that the anesthetic lasts can be up to 60 minutes. That's unheard of. But again, like Kathy said, that's because of the formulation of the 3 different anesthetics that Cetacaine has that Cetylite's put together.
It's a fantastic product. And if we can have that easy for the patient to come in and just have a great workflow with a technology like this, it's absolutely imperative for our practices, especially if you have a patient right before lunch, right? It's like the scaling, the 12 o'clock always opens for the scaling, and they haven't eaten yet, and you want to get quick and scale them, and they want to be able to enjoy food after. This is the perfect opportunity for that. Kathy, how is the Cetacaine packaged, and where do hygienists get more information, and where can it be ordered?
Sure. So it's packaged in bottles, little amber bottles like this. They come with the Luer lock cap. 2 different size bottles are available, and they're also available in some kits that would also include the tips and syringes. Tips and syringes are available separately in packages of 100, and it's you can purchase it through any of the dental supply distributors.
I would like to say one more thing, if that's okay.
Please.
Kathy just held up the tips that go in the syringe, and the other thing that I like about the Cetacaine is that the dispensing is, I don't know if you can see this real well, but you can see how that tip is bendy. The other product that I was using was not bendy. And so trying to get that into the pocket and have that comfortable, it's like, okay, so I'm trying to numb someone up, but they're not even comfortable with the thing going in the pocket, right? So the bendability of the tip, and then being able to express drop by drop, and the viscosity is amazing. It doesn't like come flowing out of the pocket. And so it's very comfortable for the patient. And I love that too. And then Amber, you can attest to this too. It's like when you're trying to do a procedure that people are already nervous about, and then you talk to them about needing to use needle anesthetic, that can like throw them for a loop. And so it's nice to have this alternative to say, hey, no, we don't have to do that. I got you, I got your back. I know you hate being numbed up, right? I can just take this anesthetic and still numb you up, but without an injection. It's really phenomenal.
Yeah, and then the numbness wears off pretty much by the time they're ready to leave their appointment.
And that's amazing too, not to have to go home and worry about, feeling like you're this big and gonna bite your tongue and all that jazz. You don't have to worry about any of that.
And what I've personally found is how reliable the product is. So as someone, I absolutely love to anesthetize. I think it's super fun to do. Obviously, I'm not doing it to myself. So I just love it. I find I love being able to target the injection and do the injection. However, so many of my patients are not going to sign up for injections. And I have been so impressed of how numb it actually gets the patient in that short duration. I can go right in, I can place it, and then boom, I'm ready to go. I'm scaling, the deepest pocket, and they're not in pain at all. So it really helps the compliance, and I think is just a great practice builder, because you're known as the dental hygienist who aren't causing pain, but are doing the therapies that you've always been hesitant to do in the past.
Right. If all you need is to anesthetize soft tissue, there's really no point to inject.
Anything else that either of you would like to add to today's conversation?
I just want to say that there is a ton of information on the Cetylite website. There are videos to demonstrate how it's used and applied. There's literature and instructions. Also, the insert with all of the warnings and indications and contraindications. And that would be at cetylite.com or cetacaine.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for your time today. You've been a wealth of information, and I'm sure the audience will love to learn more.
Thanks, Amber. And thank you, Angie. Appreciate you sharing your experience with us all.
You're welcome. Thank you both so much.